it's time for us to talk about the book of the month. That's nice.
Finally.
So the book of the month is The Road to the Country by Chigozie Obioma. And as usual, before we get into the discussion, I'm going to read a paragraph from the book. When I started the book, initially it was difficult because there were some parts that I was not catching on, but I think in the end it was a really fun book. I know most people wouldn't put it that way, but it was fun to me because we got to see like a completely different angle in regards to the book, so and to war as well. So I thought it was great.
The March Book of the Month was a roller coaster. I enjoyed it. That's the most important part. But after that part, I felt like it was so long. It was overdragged. A couple of people at the book club thought the same. But I did appreciate that at the end of the day because the story was well developed, the characters were well developed. You could tell that he wasn't just overstretching it, trying to create unnecessary drama or introduce unnecessary. You know how writers can be. But he was quite intentional and he did a good job with the book.
Well, the book was quite annoying, if I'm being very honest. It was very annoying. The characters were mostly stupid, but it was a good read. This book of the month, this book was hard, and it was one of those books that I originally on my own would not read, and I think that's the reason why I love like sip and flip. Like it pushes me out of my comfort zone and like makes me approach situations I ordinarily would not. The Road to the Country was a hard book to read. It was difficult. Like I kept thinking about like being in those scenarios and going through everything the characters were going through. And I think I was happy to know that it was just me reading a story and not my actual experience. But yeah, it was a hard book, but it was a good book. I think it was necessary. I feel like we should use books like this to force ourselves to confront like our actual histories. So yeah, it was a good one.
I really liked it. I think first and foremost, I just have to say I didn't finish it. I read the beginning, the middle, and the end. So I had enough information. I liked the storyline. I think it made me come to terms with a lot of things. Like people have had to go through things. I live a very comfortable life, and yet I'm whining about it every day. It was overwritten, if I'm being completely honest. The descriptions were too long, too lengthy. Some of the characters were overdone, but it was nice. It was cool.
The book was quite enjoyable. I think that I really enjoyed the moments of comic relief in the book. It showed more like the behind the scenes of what wartime in Nigeria was like. I think that my experience like with anything Biafra was strictly from like history classes and stuff, but it was good to get a different perspective on the story.
The book is very good standard when it comes to the conversations. The writing is perfect. I cannot even.
That's why I said that he tried to like communicate in the most egotic way he could.
Yeah, and he did a fine job. And let's not just
there,
paint the Igbo side. Even with the Yoruba, they did a good job.
The Oluwami.
The Oluwami.
Oh wait, with the characters. Because he also mentioned characters. I feel like he tried to make them like some kind of fantastic four. One with kola nut, the other one. Each time they want to go for a raid, they are preparing their kola nut and their poems like
Everyone with the Bible.
like Avengers and then everybody's. So you will do your ritual.
But like think about it. Even in as little as NYC camp when you had to wake up together, you had those people.
Yes.
So
Yeah, no.
it's usual,
I'm not
like, it's
saying
normal in
that,
kind
right?
of
I'm
setting.
saying painting it like it's some super, like so. He did it repeatedly, like for chapters. You know that once they are going for a
Yes,
raid,
they were all
there's a
Everybody.
particular thing. This one has kola nuts. This one has. It
Everybody
felt
had
so
like a
repetitive
ritual.
at some point, and I felt like he also cheated. Let me put that out there. Chigozie cheated because this book is almost like Fisherman. Like with the 4 lead characters for chapters, playing with each one's personal life, the intertwining. Yeah, Fisherman is the one. We read this Fisherman last year.
Yes.
Yeah, and it felt like because he had handled such a writing, such a stage before, they could really do the same with these characters. But yeah.
Well, probably.
Okay, so during the book there was a point in time where there was shortage of weapons. They were shooting down the planes that were bringing food, first aid, even weapons. And then I don't know if you guys remember in the beginning, the armored vehicle that they said was made in Biafra that was called Genocide, that they were hailing. And then next thing you know, everybody. So now, at that time, they had limited weapons. So imagine now, like think about when 2025. Do you think if war broke out, we have the equipment, we have the ammunition, we have the weapons
have
to
the
handle,
data.
to
Drag
handle?
the people fighting.
Sorry, sorry, we.
We have data to drag.
Sorry, data
Internet
versus guns.
Internet warfare.
Really? So do you think that this type of war would be a cyber warfare for our generation?
Definitely. You guys think so? You're going to the field.
Hello? I'm so sorry, can't you remember when there were World War III jokes on American Twitter and everybody was cracking jokes about, oh, I'm going to slay at the front field, like that kind of thing. Don't you guys remember that?
Yeah. Gen Zs are going to get slayed.
We're so detached from the realities of like military rule. We have no idea what that type
war
of
is,
life
yes.
is. And like war is just too inconvenient for us. There's no, I don't think there's any one of us who wants to be in that situation, let alone survive it. Like once you've been taken out of your comfort zone like that, we're the first to complain about that. We want it a certain way. We're not going to grieve for anybody.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But war is literally the most inconvenient thing that can happen. And like with the military, like you know how they were saying like soldiers can do and undo. You don't know who you're going to meet where. Like if you're just wherever you are and the soldier is like say something, like that completely melts away. Right? So
And that single moment could define the rest of your life.
yeah.
That's true.
We're going to be very terrible at it. People will die. People will make memes out of other people's deaths. It will just be very, very chaotic. Chaotic is the word I'd use.
Not for Gen Zs. Would not recommend. We are not built for this, man. We want the soft class. I want to wear my Nike Air Pegasus. This is not built for mines and bombs. And we want to live the soft life.
Gen Zs, war. What is up for that? We'll do very well. I've always said it. Like, I'm not trying to be the one. I'm not trying to be the hero at the end of the book. I'm not trying to be the one fighting, struggling. I'm a soft babe. I'm not here for stress. Like, can I just enjoy my life and keep it moving? And then when I'm no longer enjoying my life, can we actually keep it moving? Like, actually just go? So, yeah.
The nearest border. Nearest border. Nearest unmanned border. I'm out. Sorry. Out.
Gen Zs will have a very tough time because we're obviously living very different lives compared to like that early post-colonial time. We probably wouldn't find it easy at all. Every day would definitely be a struggle.
Okay, so now that we've brought about the issue of social media, we know that this war was on the basis of tribalism.
Yeah.
There was ethnic divide. So now that there's social media, how do you think it will be? Do you think there will be like Yoruba Twitter and then there's Igbo Twitter and then how do you think that would correlate on social media?
There are already like subgroups on a lot of social media. So you go on Twitter and you have Arewa Twitter. You go on Twitter and then there's a thread of like maybe an Igbo person saying, Igbo babe, show me your face. And then the Yoruba person mistakenly puts her face and then they're dragging her life. Do you get? So there's already that kind of cultural segregation on social media. So I wouldn't say like it doesn't exist because it does. It like stares us in the face all the time. So that segregation is already there.
To be honest, I think it's going to make it even worse. Like, I can imagine trying to fight a tribal war, like, proper, you know, like, today Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We already have those wars.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
every
we
time, like,
already
something.
have
Even sometimes, like, when people complain about, like, the current president, you see people come and say, he's not from your tribe. Like, just like that.
Oh, like, tribal, we're very
Just
tribal.
like, yes, we're very tribalistic as a society. So we already have those wars.
Yeah, but I also think Gen Zs do not really carry the tribal.
Sorry, we do. Especially during the election period, it was really bad.
Like, it's not as direct
It's not as prevalent.
Yeah.
but it's very evident.
No,
You
definitely
know.
Igbo babe is still there. Like, if it's just in the simple things. It's literally in the simple things like complexion, like even food, just simple lingo. Like,
I would say that because when you're at home, it's very funny. You do things at home and then you think it's normal till you come out of the house. So it's as simple as a statement or something being normal in your house. You're used to it. So when you come out, it's like, okay, stereotypes, for example. They'll say, okay, Igbo women are wicked or Igbo women are hairy. That's a stereotype. And it's a tribalistic stereotype, but people run with it. It's when you now say, oh, I don't like that. And they'll be like, why? But we say that in my house, where I'm from, we're used to it. Or even the Omo Igbo. After the Biafra War, it started as a joke. You're Omo Igbo, then there's Hausa people, Aboki, Nyamiri. Do you understand? It's tribalistic in its setting.
I think for Gen Zs, it's played down a little bit because there's a disconnect between Gen Zs and their tribe. If I'm being completely honest, I'm an example, but I think Gen Zs are also very stereotypical. So we kind of find ourselves, just for the sake of it, being found in those conversations.
Not to say that we don't have tribalistic stereotypes right now. I would just say like we aren't as bothered as our parents used to be, or like the people older than us, you know? They're very concerned about these type of things. They're very don't go and come to this person's place. So I don't care. Like we're good, we're locked in.
In my place, if you don't pay a bride price, that baby is not your baby. You can come tomorrow and say anything. Be like, bring the anything. As far as that bride price is not paid, the bride's family,
who are we going
like
with now?
myself.
Now that I've paid the bride price, you gotta give me someone.
you carry your child.
You carry your baby.
I'm not living here without a wife.
You carry your
Pay my
baby.
wife. No.
Or you carry her cups. I'm so sorry.
Your child. But like I was saying, guys, I feel like I like the dynamic between Agnes and Kunle because I feel like Agnes needed Kunle.
Sorry, that's a lie. We'll get to that.
I don't even support this one. Let's get it down. In a war situation, would I remarry if I lose my spouse? In a war situation, why would I even be married in the first place? I mean, we are not at war and I'm not married. What was going on in that book was diabolical, man.
Would I remarry if I lose my spouse? Is that the question? Yes. Well, it depends on the kind of situation. So if it was in the worst situation, definitely I'll marry like a general so I don't have to fight and I can maintain my soft-girl status. But if not in a war setting, I don't really think so. I don't think I want to go through that twice because it's a lot to like love and then lose. So I don't think I want to go through that twice.
I mean, RIP to him. Sorry. I loved you, but like, you have to keep it moving, keep it pushing. Sorry.
Definitely. I can't lie to you. It's not even a question for me. Yes, it was fast because I can't lie to you. Like, it's not a question. Like, recently I've been heavy on like carpe diem, and that just means like seizing the day and seizing your life and realizing that life is so transient. Like, everything could end tomorrow. God forbid I was married to a man and he dies tomorrow. What should be my plan? To live the rest of my life alone?
It's something I've thought of and immediately rebuked losing my spouse in the first. God forbid. I'm not interested. But I feel like everybody needs love, and it depends. I think it just depends on the situation. Some people never recover, so I don't know. I don't want to know. Yes, I don't want to know.
It really sort of depends on the whole context, but it might be too traumatizing to think of like moving on. I'll probably be thinking of taking care of myself the entire time.
So let's talk about Agnes and Kunle. First of all, I don't believe they were in love. There was nothing about love. It was not even infatuation. I don't know what it was. I think Kunle is too foolish to even make the first time that they were at the hut together, when they supposedly slept together, I think Kunle just saw the opportunity to do something that he hadn't done before. And that was just it. And then Agnes had already started picking on him, like he's the one that will follow her to places. So what do you guys think? First of all, do you think they were in love or it was infatuation? And do you think you can fall in love during war times?
Say the word. She was using him.
No!
Yes.
Say it.
Yes.
It was a user-user relationship, right? Yeah. That's what I thought. I felt like she was a predator. She was a more seasoned predator than he was 24. Let me put things in perspective for you. No, I want to put things in perspective for you. I'm 26. I will not have, okay, I'm not a virgin, of course, is it obvious? But I will not have my first sex with a woman that has lost her husband
I'm sorry,
and her 2 grown kids.
I get
They were not grown now, 10 and 8. They were babies.
Wait.
That's you. Their mom.
I think you don't feel like there's it's not desperation, but like there's no need for it right now because everything is like easy.
And you know that.
How many women is this thing there?
There was Lieutenant Layla. Why did he not go? The desperation.
But like you know that there's a higher percentage of men that would do that.
What Bob just said is discrimination, by the way.
There's a higher percentage of men that would do that. That will sleep with somebody older than them for the first time. There's a higher percentage of men that will do that as opposed to the ones that will not do that. Like you. Exactly. So that's you. That's your opinion.
Yeah, but
I
like,
do agree
now,
with him.
let it not be that it's my opinion. We saw that this mid-40s lady was out frolicking with her 20s boy.
But was she mid-40s?
Of course, you have to be mid-40s to have that.
I'm sorry, but like
How many mid?
But then
Sorry, Bob.
No, wait, sir.
That's wrong.
Wait, sir. Wait, hear me out.
Thank you. They used to get married at like
Yeah.
Even if she wasn't 15.
Yeah, so maybe she
Okay, that's one.
she actually could have been like 20 something or 30 something.
No, she had to be in her
See, you want to now take it because now they're attacking me. You want to now bring it to the other side.
She could have been like 29, 30.
At least
I think
36.
mid-30s.
At least 36.
No.
I'm sorry, for people that married at 15 and gave birth probably at 19, you don't think she would have been 29?
No.
He wasn't giving that vibe.
She was, if it was 29, we would have known it. The description of the matters now. We know what went on. The
I'm
family.
sorry, but I don't think that I don't agree that she was a predator. But I do agree that they used themselves. It was a choice that
No, let's not say use themselves. See, women don't like to be very honest when it does not favor
No,
them.
she
She was using. No, because this is man and woman matter. You have to be on one side.
Like,
And
it's not like
a man in the midst of 4 women trying to tell me that this woman that is a user, she was using him. He was not using her.
No, they were both using
No,
themselves.
because she made this miserable man's life even more miserable.
Okay, wait.
How?
Sorry. You keep saying. Wait. We keep saying that they're using each other. So do you feel like maybe because Agnes took his virginity away, he felt like he owed her something?
I don't think that. I don't think
It didn't look that way.
I don't think he felt like
I felt that.
Yes.
I think there was some mutually beneficial things happening there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because like he says it himself that being with her makes him forget everything that's going on here.
Isn't that lost?
no, it's not
Like how
I'm not calling it. I'm not saying
It's
it's
a copy
love.
mechanism.
Good question.
I'm speaking to like what the relationship is like.
So you should have sex with your colleague because
But
you're
let
stressed
me say
out.
it this way.
For people to it.
Their first
And that does not mean that we should.
That's why we said
the
it's a
first
copy
time they had
mechanism.
sex was in that room, right?
Yeah.
The second time they were in the trenches, she said, "Escort me to pee."
Guy, that one was even the bad one because
But
he
he
died with the
initiated
semen
it.
on his
That's
khaki
what I'm saying.
as a soldier. You see what our soldiers are doing.
But he's the one that initiated it. He made it a thing. So it wasn't from her end.
Well, but she invited him.
Okay,
She,
He always
let's-
escorts her. She goes to the bathroom.
she will shower in a place that is not bush. She will not go far. She
But
will
he was
just come
actually
back.
when he was showering, he wasn't looking at her. He used to turn and face somewhere else, like
Yeah,
face
because he
somewhere
was a virgin, innocent virgin.
He was not
being
innocent.
taken advantage.
He was
Like,
not
she should
because
be
he was
innocent.
not because
Imagine me
the
as I'm
first
innocent
time-
now.
no,
Somebody
the
come
first
across
time-
me,
the
say, let's
first
have
time-
sex together.
No,
Take me
the
to
first time
bush
they,
in
the
the
first
middle of
time
the
they
night,
had
you're
sex,
getting naked.
there was
You're-
Chigozie gave us the monologue, the remembrance of how he used to masturbate
Yes, he
with
was
the
not innocent.
cutouts in the school library. So he was not innocent. He knew what was going on. So now the next question: how would you handle like a lover during war times? Like, do you think first of all you're capable of falling in
I'll
love?
slap your
I
head.
will not sleep with my colleagues. I will not lose professionality during war.
No. Why are you loving in war? If you come, I'll slap your head.
We are in the same platoon.
Why dining time?
We are in dying times. How do you have a hand up when we just saw a lady dead body?
Sorry. I feel like we're all losing like the idea of being real lovers here, guys. You are.
I agree.
No, I'm not trying to hate her.
agree.
So I understand. Like I'm not trying to
I am not a love fan.
I'm a real lover. You're at war. You're lonely. Your life might end tomorrow. Like, why not? Why would I not fall? Why would I not have the romance of my life?
Well, let's look at how improper it is, how poorly timed, how terribly.
What you're like, oh, I'm going to die soon.
Why does it take away? Why does it take away? If you feel a real connection, you do. When it now takes away.
I'll not be thinking of who is toasting me.
Better share me, no.
Like, seriously,
When I'm sharing, you know what I'll be thinking about? I'll be thinking
Like,
about.
blow your
I will be thinking about what is
They don't bring up kids.
No, I will be thinking
They don't
about
bring
what
babes.
am I
They don't
going
bring
to do? What
bad
has to make myself
They said to
So if you when you're lying down like on the ground, like you're not reminiscing, like
Did she say to relieve stress?
yes, stress.
Wait, sorry. But the first time they slept together, after sleeping together, wasn't he stressed? He started thinking about, oh, he came to come and look for his brother. This is because he not focus.
But that's because Kunle, as far as I'm concerned, he didn't have a mind of his own coming. He came with trauma, he came with an ability maybe like to save himself, to save his skin. So if it was somebody else like to relieve stress, why not? Why not?
I know I'm Isha. Everybody that does really wow.
No, okay, let's actually leave the relief stress part. But even just like emotions, I feel like emotions just make you understand life. They give
I
me
feel like you
a
should
vibe.
get a hold of the emotions.
No, they just
I
make
think
you
you should portray. They were not girls in the village. In the 60s.
Sorry, with whose power to charge it? Which
now.
what power are you going to use to charge it?
No, I'm talking about now.
We mean
Like,
then.
I'm
Then
talking about them.
Yes.
See, I don't agree.
No, but
why
why
are you
not
going to
take-
fall in love inside
Why
God?
not take
Doesn't
pockets
make
of
any
pleasure
sense.
where you can find
What
them?
kind of pocket of pleasure?
We only have
away
one
from
life to
God.
live.
I'm
We only have one life, guys.
I'm sorry, I'm so
women.
confused. Why?
do you know what? Please let's agree to disagree. Favorite characters.
I will fall in love in that war.
Thank you. I'm here to do my Romeo and
Sorry,
Juliet.
I'm not still convinced. What's your reason?
Romeo and Juliet.
So
Companionship.
you like suffer?
Companionship. Somebody to suffer with.
Thank you.
Somebody to suffer with. Companionship.
What happened to Kubeoji? What happened to all
I don't understand. Where your God can go.
Why don't you just say that you want to knack and just
Can't help
okay?
it.
This is not
like
you
that.
have like no. There's no valid reason why you're going to fall in love with war.
Intimacy.
Intimacy.
For peace of mind.
What kind of piece of
So you can
mind?
sleep better at night.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Guys, you already know. You already know you're messed up. You're in a messed up situation.
After you finish doing what you're doing, you're still going to go and think whether you're going to come and bump you with diaspora.
Excuse me.
Because you
But
can't
like
know.
making out in the bush when your comrades are fighting in the trenches is like so crazy.
Very rare.
He had to die after that film.
Why some people think it's thrilling? 43, 44.
People like her.
Yes. For the plot, why not?
I'm sorry. Okay. I live my life mostly for the plot. So if you're saying that, okay, it's for the plot, I understand. But like going to go and genuinely fall in love for what?
I feel like that.
Inside war.
Excuse me.
I think why not? Like a lot of people are like you shouldn't love in war. Like there's no time for all of that. But like why not? Like love is this raw emotion that just allows you to have hope. It allows you to believe in something bigger than yourself. You're in a war front. You're probably going to die the next day. Like what do I lose from falling in love hopelessly with the love of my life? From being delirious about whatever experience I'm in. And if I lose that love, that's fine. Because I would rather love and lose than not love at all. It might sound cliche, but it's true. Like you can't go about life not having the experience of loving somebody. So even if that's in a war front, that's fine. I'd rather do that than be alone. So yeah.
Imagine actually this is not now, it's not cyber warfare. Let's say something actually happens and we are forced out into the streets. How would you handle like the dynamic of your friendships during war? Like, you know how they kept running back? Even when Ekpenyong died, they went to pick his body. They always made sure they went back to look for their friend's body to bury. Now, how do you think you would work with your friendships in like war setting? You think you'd be like, oh, your guy, hurry. Like, how would you talk to your friends? Like, how would you relate to them?
I think like in my friend group, we'll just identify the person that will die first. And then kind of like sort of like protect that person. No, sort of protect that person because I have my group of friends, everybody like is a baby girl, but we have a standard baby girl that if this will reach touch her, she will melt. So like we can just identify everybody's strengths. Okay, who is the person that is going to hold water for us so will not die of this? Who is the person that's going to just like share activities, pick out people's strengths and weaknesses, then try and protect the like soft girl of the group so that she doesn't shed into pieces. Stuff like that. So just basically knowing their strengths and weaknesses and trying to apply it to like your group so that nobody falls apart.
I think that my friend group is very small, right? And I don't want to be the reason they all die. So I would
Save them the stress.
and jump from something. I would jump from something and
yourself.
Why? Because because I know they will try to save me.
Okay, so you're the baby
They
girl.
would try to be like, oh my god, no, we don't want her to. Let me go. I don't want to run to barefoot. They are shooting my leg. I don't want to go through all that. Let me just jump from this cliff. You guys can continue.
They'll be fine.
Godspeed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to happen for me.
Funny enough,
Quite
controversial, but like I don't necessarily know that I would do it, Sha, but like I consider a scenario where like I just ex everybody and just figure out how to handle it on my own. For the sake.
That was what Kunle was thinking. This is the kind of thought that
just cut them off.
Yeah, cut them off. And to be honest, from an emotional point of view, because like I feel like, let's say three of us now we're bodies together, we're going this whole thing together. I see you get, God forbid, tomorrow you, God forbid. You get, I can imagine the mental breakdown
So you will not do what?
So I feel like, I would rather like what Kunle tried to do in the beginning, just not care about anybody, just be on my own. Do you get, so that like, if I'm surviving.
Would you think you survive on your own?
No, I would not. That's what I'm saying is controversial. I know I won't, but in a way, in my mind, it's kind of easier.
Survival
I can hold your hand while I'm jumping.
The airport. Tap bulb.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just about
The
adjusting
airport.
the dynamics of the relationship.
No, but like think about like.
No, I understand.
There's no way I'm seeing my friends die. No way I'm seeing my friends die.
And when you like cut your friends off, it's not easier for you to die alone.
Yes, I just keep people.
I get
You intend to
It's
survive.
very easy for you to die.
So you're just planning to like just.
No, but I said it from the beginning now.
She's not fighting. Like she doesn't intend to
Yes,
survive.
I don't need
So.
to be doing all the
And it's better to die fast than get to a point where you're begging to be killed. Like seriously, I get your point.
Honestly,
Just
everybody go
die.
your separate
Yeah,
ways.
exactly.
I love you, see you next life.
I think
Nobody is selfish. Nobody just wants to like handle themselves, and because I'm hearing, I wouldn't want them to die. Like it's not out of selfishness.
No, me, I'm selfish.
I think I would be selfish.
Also, like,
I would be selfish.
Let me go. I don't want to
No, you're
walk.
not saying let me go. You're pitying them.
No, it's me. I don't want to walk. I don't want to start trekking. I don't want to be
No, the trekking. Okay, wait, can we talk about the trekking?
Wait.
Because the trekking is I'm hearing 32 kilometers. And no one of here is 32 kilometers. You don't want to tell me that you are trekking this thing. I read all past. It was only the captain that had my local app. And I was like, wait, how am I doing this?
Exactly. So I'm
guys are-
coming down
you guys
from
are
state
doing
to
some stuff
state.
here.
It's so hilly. You see that Umaya they were talking about? Umaya is filled with hills. You can count the flat roads that are there. Like you can count the level grounds
I'm
that
not
are there.
checking
It's
that.
actually
For that
very
matter.
hilly.
I'm
Water,
not
water,
saying that I
water.
can't reason
So
it.
that's what I'm saying. It's selfish. I can't do it, and I can't like put them through the stress of trying to convince me.
Or trying to
Don't worry,
save
let's
you.
go. We'll make it. We're not making it anymore.
Bye, guys.
Guys, sorry.
I think it's
I'm gone.
I think I would be selfish to the extent that I would delegate roles. Like if he has said, you're in charge of water. You're in charge of compass. You fall short. I cut you off. Very simple. Don't waste my time.
Yes, without want everyone to be efficient.
Exactly.
dynamics.
My first action Japa, if they see a route, like I'll japa, I'll run away. But if there's no route, I would probably like marry a general, like I said, so that I don't have to fight or do anything.
Where's my laptop? I know that's odd, but like I need to know where my laptop is because even though it will die on the way, I still need to know where my laptop is. That's where all my work is. That's what I've been worried about.
Yeah, well, if a war were to break out, like if it's broken out already, you know now. I think I need to take off my glasses. My brother run. No.
I'll just start. I think I'll rededicate my life to God or something in the moment, because it's all in his. Like it's already all in his hands now. But even more so, then like they're literally coming for my life. So I don't know. It's definitely to say a prayer and find a way to try and escape.
I am going to jump off a cliff, and I'm not a coward. I just don't want to have to go through that. I don't want to have to run in the jungle. I don't want to get shot in my calf. I don't want somebody to amputate my hand. Like I'm good without that. Yeah. So you wouldn't find me.
They didn't collectively make the decision. It was one person that influenced the rest.
Yes. So I think also it speaks to the fact that if you want to survive in war, somebody has to be a leader. If not, like somebody, Kunle was a mess. He was a mess.
Kunle was an opportunity for us to meet great characters. He was not a good character. Every time you think of the right thing to do, he goes the other way.
No, I can't like
He was just a lead to the real people.
Thank you. Chigozie was his own up for real.
Yes, he was his own problem.
When that guy left his town, I knew he was going to be a problem. No, I don't know. It was when he said something about jumping off to break his back so that he would actually I knew this guy would be
And like he went to the bus stop and the bus driver said, go, you little rat. Go to your family. People love you.
But then let's look at it from the perspective of he watched an accident happen to his brother at a very young age. So I get the fact that he's coming from a traumatic point of view, but then to be traumatized to the extent that to become your own fault is quite too far.
Like you created an enemy for yourself.
Yes, you created yourself your own enemy.
That's so
Because so many people warned him, the bus driver for instance, don't go to where you're going to. He seems to be strong-headed and took the bus.
Maybe that's it.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. Before we continue, we have someone on the line. Let me call in question. So she can't see them. Hi Tammy, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you.
You should do her the favor.
Alright, can I say hi to Tammy?
Hi, good evening. Hi everyone.
She says good evening. Okay, so Tammy, did you read the book?
Yes, I did. I read the book.
So what did you think briefly?
I loved it. I personally wanted to learn more about the whole war. I always heard of Biafra as like a country that tried to secede from Nigeria, but the fact that I was able to have this one-on-one experience with what might have occurred then just made me feel closer to like the Igbo people as a whole. Yes, that was my experience.
That's nice. So what's your question?
Okay, so my question is, the Biafran War, it made a lot of young people child soldiers. Now, if Nigeria is thrown into that same situation in 2025, with the whole Japa syndrome thing, do you think people would pick up their arms to fight or leave the country?
You know what? That's a good question. Would you pick up arms and fight? Let me ask you first.
No, definitely
Would you?
not.
I guess that answers the question. I don't know. I don't think people are patriotic enough to do that, to want to, fight for their country willingly. Also, we've been having some discussions here, and they're basically saying that it would be like a cyber warfare kind of thing, digital. So, everybody be attacking each other on Twitter, on Instagram, that kind of thing. So I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I feel like because we are Gen Zs, right? So we have already moved past that whole carrying like guns and going to the field to fight. So yeah, it will be more of a cyber thing, more of a cyber warfare.
All right, great. Thank you so much for calling in. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.
So much.
Bye.
Okay, let's round up with favorite characters, worst characters. So you have 60 seconds. Oh, that's 1 minute, sorry. 30 seconds. Tell us favorite character, worst character. If you want to add anything else, 30 seconds. So I'll start first. Okay, no, Manny should start first. Okay. My favorite character is or was Roxana. And then my least, okay, no, my favorite character was James Odumodu, the guy that kept saying nigga. And I was like, what are you doing? It was so funny because it just felt like he was not meant to be there. Like, he got stuck, he came for his sister's burial, and then he got stuck, and then he was like, okay, let me join, and then he was just like, when he was just there disturbing them. That's what he was there to do. My least favorite character would probably be his brother, Tunde. He just made some stupid decisions, very, very unnecessary decisions. You followed Nkechi to the east. You did not tell your parents nothing. Your brother risked his life. So, sorry.
Why?
He did not read the book.
Oh, okay. I think I finished lambasting Kunle, but yeah, Tunde also did his bit. There are some siblings that make it difficult to be a sibling. Like, it made it difficult for Kunle to be a very good older brother. And still ended up marrying his babe. Big guy, you could have just let that one slide. But that was my next list after Kunle. Kunle, it can't be worse than that. For the year, I'm closed for bad characters. Because Kunle started the book with a mistake and kept reinforcing that mistake all through the book. I didn't find that very funny, but he made a good new character at the end of the day.
Okay.
Favorite character, that one's going to be very tough because I really enjoyed the whole brotherhood vibe they had going on, especially because it was really hard to read through all the battles, catch which battalion, where did they go, where are they fighting from, catching up with the whole thing. But because of that whole camaraderie sort of among the soldiers, I kind of enjoyed, but then they started dying, just like I said in his other book. Everybody started dying one by one. But Felix didn't die.
Yeah. Edger.
Okay, I think my favorite character, because sadly, the characters in this book were quite underwhelming. I don't know, I'm sorry. Like,
there was no outstanding.
Like,
they were necessary.
Yes, but there was nobody to fall in love with. So I think for me, my favorite character has to be the seer. Like, I just like the idea of him being omnipresent, like being on top of everything. Him seeing, him knowing, and then in his knowing, still feeling. Like, I liked when he could, still come back to the
he told him to turn back one time. He was going to sleep.
But then that was also annoying because he knew that him talking and him Kunle being able to hear his thing would eventually make Kunle have mental issues or something. So it was unnecessary. I feel like that was my most unnecessary character.
But for what if he's saying, there was no necessity. All those things he did, they made Kunle run mad. Exactly, and that was why he felt they wouldn't
But I actually like him. I like the idea of him being on top. I like his Lubo. I like him traveling through times, just being able to tell his story. And the worst character has to be Kunle stressed me. Kunle stressed. At every point, you think Kunle cannot stress you anymore.
And then
Why? Just hold it.
Like the surrender part, I was like, wait. Are you going to surrender at chapter 32? Now lie, you will fight this battle.
The guy was just a mess. And from the beginning to the end, I feel like it's not possible. It can't be possible. It's not true. That's what I was like all through. My friend can see as well. Because I really like the idea of having it, but also when you actually because Kunle was an idiot on his own. This guy was there saying what he was saying. He was predetermined, right? But the choices were his. So I really liked that. I like the fact that we got a glimpse of the CR's life as well. He was just a person who was under the instruction of whatever deity, we don't support that by the way. But under whatever deity's command, and he was still struggling with the small assignment that he had. And he gave himself a perfect, to be honest. I like to see him.
I can't remember his rank. My favorite character is Amadi.
Oh yeah.
I liked him
Amadi.
because he was was one of the most memorable parts.
Was Amadi not the one that gave him the
Yes.
gaslighter number one. That was the biggest gaslighter.
Interaction was the biggest reality check, and it was what made me think I'm going to enjoy.
Who was a gaslighter?
Because he told him to stand up, turn around, raise your hand, and flash to me. So like,
He finished saying it, I was like, wait, what?
I enjoyed about this person.
What character? Just say Kunle, let's keep it moving.
No, don't do that.
1 more point for Kunle.
I'm going to. I don't really have like a favorite character, so I'm just going to use that slot to give another worst character. Tunde and Kunle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brothers really.
I feel like him trying to feel guilty continuously about like an accident that wasn't necessarily his fault.
But give us a second.
And-
You almost killed your brother because of woman.
Okay.
Like
I
you
understand
shoot him.
I understand.
I'm
that.
sorry, who do that?
I don't think it was a burden that he had to carry all his life. And Kunle was annoying to the fact that I understand being antisocial, I understand being an introvert, but what do you mean I didn't know that the war started.
Like you did not know.
Like it doesn't make any sense.
That's
and his brother is just a selfish prick, honestly.
But you know what's funny? Rightfully so. A selfish prick or rightfully so. He is paralyzed.
I mean, it could
I'm
have had
sorry,
like,
but like it was nobody's fault.
Yeah,
It was nobody's fault. I
Crying
do
in
support
a
her on
river.
that. It was nobody's
Paralyzed
fault.
is very serious.
It was nobody's fault. I tried to tell me that you not had an elder brother that sent you out when he wanted to have somebody in the house. It was nobody's fault.
Like you can't really like
It was
this
nobody-
person
it wasn't his
live
fault.
hell every day for that. Come on, chill.
favorite character was
I don't have one. They were all quite foolish.
No, but like now that we are done with the party, can we talk?